Imagine scrolling through your feed when suddenly a blur of metal slices across your screen, a car weaving through 6 lanes of packed freeway like it's in a video game. No slowdown, no signals. Just brutal, lightning-fast movements that seem choreographed to the beat of chaos. The camera angle is low, the sound is raw, engines screaming, horns blaring. And just when you think the car's about to crash, it slips through a microscopic gap like a ghost. It's not CGI. It's not some movie scene. It's real. And it's part of an underground driving phenomenon known as cutting up. A trend that's gone viral and is capturing millions of eyeballs on TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram. But the more you watch, the more you wonder, how is this even allowed to happen? Why aren't these guys already in jail? Welcome back to Rev to Riches, where we break down the wildest parts of car culture, from elite builds to outlaw drivers, living life one red line at a time. Before we dive headfirst into the underground mayhem of cutting up, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you're not going to want to miss the next chapter in this high-octane saga. Because today we're dissecting how these so-called swimmers, drivers, who dodge through traffic like they're navigating a river, pull off these insane runs, avoid capture, and build online fame in the process. So let's start with the myth of all-seeing surveillance. It's easy to assume that with all the traffic cams, red light sensors, license plate readers, and speed traps, someone doing 120 miles per hour through rush hour would be caught instantly. But here's the truth. Most of these systems aren't built to stop chaos in real time. They're built for reactive enforcement. The cameras are usually static, stationed at intersections, toll booths, and traffic lights. Places where infractions are predictable, like running a red or rolling a stop. They're not optimized to track someone weaving at lightning speed between lanes on the freeway. And when you add poor visibility, night driving, rain, low-quality footage, or blocked plates into the mix, those videos become useless for real-time ID. Meanwhile, law enforcement on the ground faces its own limitations. Sure, you see patrol cars on the highway, but they're outnumbered. Cities prioritize major threats: robberies, shootings, drug busts. A reckless driver might make the dispatch board, but if there's a violent crime happening 2 blocks away, guess where the unit is headed? And even if a cop sees a swimmer live, their options are limited. Modern pursuit policies in many U.S. cities restrict high-speed chases unless the driver is known to be a direct threat. Why? Because the pursuit itself often becomes more dangerous than the crime. A cop car chasing a street racer at 100 miles per hour can trigger pile-ups, civilian injuries, and lawsuits. So, most officers are trained to disengage unless they have air support or backup, and the swimmers know it. And it's not just luck that keeps them ahead, it's planning. The guys behind the wheel aren't just impulsive thrill seekers, they're strategists. These drivers scout routes in advance, know the fastest exits, where the side streets lead, which areas have no cameras, and which highways are monitored by aerial patrol. It's urban warfare with horsepower. The moment they hit record, they already know the exit plan. The ride might only last 2 minutes, but every second is calculated to get that perfect clip and then vanish. Sometimes they have spotters, friends posted at key points, watching for cops and giving them real-time updates via walkie or phone. Some even have scanners tuned to police frequencies. Tech also plays a massive role. Radar detectors warn them of active speed traps. Laser jammers help block LiDAR readings. Apps like Waze give user-generated alerts for cop sightings, traffic buildup, or even potholes that might disrupt a clean run. Combine all that with absurd acceleration and masterful handling, and it becomes a game where the odds are weirdly in their favor. It's not fair. It's not safe. But it's incredibly hard to beat. Then there's the anonymity. These drivers don't want to be identified, and they go to lengths to protect that. Full face masks, tinted visors, blacked out license plates or plate covers, reflective clothing, and burner phones. All designed to keep their real-world identity separate from their online alter ego. Online, they're known as names like Squeeze Benz, License, Ghostlane, pseudonyms with cult followings and hundreds of thousands of views. In real life, they might be mechanics, students, or even your neighbor. After a ride, they disappear. The car is stashed in a private garage, the outfit comes off, and they re-emerge as just another face in traffic. Clean car, clean record, no trace. This is why they're so hard to catch. These aren't crimes of rage or spontaneity. They're coordinated stunts. Each one is a small operation, planned like a heist. Cops are up against speed, secrecy, and the public's growing apathy to what's just another video. Some cities have started cracking down, installing plate-reading networks on major highways, investing in higher-resolution surveillance, and even collaborating with social media platforms to trace where footage is coming from. But it's slow work, and for every one swimmer caught, 5 more rise up, eager for the views. Just look at what happened to Squeeze Benz. For the longest time, he was an enigma, an urban legend with signature gloves and a matte black M3. But even he couldn't run forever. It wasn't a dramatic chase or spike strip that brought him down. It was good, old-fashioned detective work. Investigators combed through videos, matched timestamps with traffic reports, identified vehicle quirks, even tracked down parking tickets. They slowly built a profile, connected the car to a garage, traced that back to a name, and the house of cards fell. One slip was all it took. One wrong move on a minor ticket was enough to unravel months of calculated evasion. But does that stop the trend? Not even close. If anything, it fuels it. The arrest becomes a legend in itself, a badge of honor in the underground scene. New drivers crop up, learn from the mistakes, and push the game even further. The barrier to entry is low. All you need is a fast car, a GoPro, and a reckless disregard for life. The rewards? Viral fame, street cred, and that unbeatable rush of threading a needle at 100 miles per hour. So where do we go from here? Can the system catch up? Can laws be adapted fast enough to counter a trend that's evolving in real time? Unless we see massive tech upgrades, drones with AI tracking, predictive policing, real-time plate tracking across counties, this game of cat and mouse will keep escalating. And it's not just a city issue. This is national. The content is being filmed in LA, New York, Atlanta, Chicago, even in smaller towns where enforcement is lighter and roads are wide open. Cutting up isn't going away. If anything, it's going pro. And here's the real kicker. Some of these drivers are now making money off their stunts. Sponsorships, merch, NFTs, pay-per-view racing events. They've turned their recklessness into a brand, with fans cheering them on like they're underground athletes. But the road doesn't forgive forever. Every swimmer has an expiration date. Every ride is a roll of the dice. And the longer the game goes, the more likely it ends, not in a garage, but in a headline. So next time you see one of those jaw-dropping clips and feel the thrill, remember, somewhere between the fame and the fuel, there's a line. And once it's crossed, there's no swerving back. Stay tuned to Revved to Riches for more stories from the edge of legality, adrenaline, and obsession. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss what's coming next. Because in the world of underground driving, the only thing faster than the cars is how fast it all can go wrong.